Let's talk about function overloading in C++. Function overloading is a concept of object-oriented programming. As we know, C++ is object-oriented programming, so it has also support of function overloading. Function overloading is a wonderful feature in object-oriented programming. By function overloading, we can define two or more function with same name, but it has different data types or number of parameters. Parameters are in different number and different types. Types means data type. Function overloading is called compile time polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphism in C++, compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. So this is compile time polymorphism. So in function overloading, we are defining a function or more function, two or more function with different parameter name and parameter type. Let's say, see the example here. We are defining a int function, with the name sum, and parameters are double and double. There is one more function, return type is double, name sum, parameter double and double. This is not function overloading. It can be achieved in the following ways. There are different types of parameter set in the function overloading. Let's say void func, this is a function. Another function is void func one argument function. Another is void func int a int b, two argument function. Void double a double b. These two are equivalent. These two are equivalent because there are two number of parameter number is 2. Here also the parameter number is 2, but the data type is different. Why don't mistake? Okay, so delete it, and equivalent to this function I will write it now. If this function equivalent is void func double. Okay. These are equivalent functions. Also here is one addition. You can add void func as string as these three are equal. We also can use this here. These three are now equivalent functions, but their types are different. In function overloading, we can use return type also, but return type will not affect in function overloading as well. So let me rub all the Z lines. Now, if we add here string return type, and here double return type int return type. So after executing this refarming, after executing this free function, the functions are get called by the parameter, not the return type. Now, if we define a function like int func int comma variable b, and another function is double func int double p. In this case, the compiler will generate an error because the parameters are same in both the functions, and the function overloading is happens only with the parameters, and the function calls also happens with the parameters. So when I call this function, then compiler will get confused that which function is going to be called. So it will give an error as parameters are in different types. Okay, so now I change the number of parameters here. Here I need to give, let's say, 58.9, and here let's say double C. C. Okay, now to the output, C is added here, and it remains same. Okay, then let me write another example. Now let's write a program here. So hash include iostream iostream, let define a function void fun int void fun cout fun no argument void fun int one argument void fun double a int b string s argument. Now define the main function int main. Here, now this one call this one call this one call this, Now run the program. Oh, oh sorry. I got to define the namespace. Okay, look at this. One argument, it's one, one, one argument, two argument, three argument. Okay. Now come to this page. Here I define something to read. Okay, let's say multiple functions have same name, then they are called overloaded function. And to overload this function, we need to call the function in each steps. Functions can be overloaded by change in their number of arguments and or change in the type of argument. Type means the data type, number of arguments means what I was defined in the program in double number of arguments. So here another example, that is here. We first define the header, then the namespace, then a simple a function sample, then a function sample which accepts double type of that argument d and int I in the first function. Now void sample, a third function which accepts a string. Now from main function we call each function at a time. First sample 10 we'll call this sample 10 we'll call this 10.10 sample function overloaded call this. Okay. So let me rub the functions and copy the entire program to run it. Come to here, paste it here, and all are fine. So press execute. Okay. It is int 10. 10 was the argument. Double 10.1 is the argument. String, the function overloaded is the argument. Okay. Now from here there is another example with here I use this class and object method or define the header namespace class overloaded func overload. Here public specifier to define the functions. One function is void overload func. Second function void overload func. First function accepts one int element and one double element. Second function accepts one double element and one string element, and the third function was accept string, double, and the x. I mean int. From here, we're calling the functions in this way, that defining the object of the function function func overload, which is the name of the class, and obj1 is the object. It is the object. Is the object. Now in the functions, obj1 dot overload func, the parameters are 232.55. It will call, let me rub this, it will call this, it will call this function. Okay, now second function is overload func with parameters 9.13332. This is a string C++. So this is a double type data and this is a string type data. Now this is calling this function is calling this function. Okay, and the third function is obj1 is object dot function name and the parameters are 85, 64.22 and its function overloading. There are three parameters in the argument list. This function is called this. In each functions we are defining a cout statement int x. It will print x. It will y will print the double value. String s is print the string value. So now try to run this. Run it. Yeah. Now see object. This goes here. This goes here. Goes here. Okay. I think function overloading is clear to you. So thank you.